Pulling a handle. You want to start with a piece that's about as long as your mug. You won't use all this, but you want kind of a long block of clay. Next thing that you're going to do is take off the corners and make it into a round coil-like shape. Next thing that I do is squeeze the clay. I want to taper it from fat to skinny, okay? Shouldn't be any wider than like an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter up here, and then down to a pencil point down here, okay? So if I start off by just squeezing it, and you can see right here, I squeeze and then I turn, I squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn. If there's a wrinkle, get rid of it. Squeeze. And it should look kind of like a spike, okay? It starts to look like a spike. This is the easiest way to pull a handle, is to start with the right shape, meaning like the right kind of coil tapered shape. It's going to make the whole process so much easier. So see how I'm turning? I squeeze and then I turn. I squeeze and turn. I want it to gradually taper, okay? I've got kind of a fat area right there, so I want to squeeze on that. Don't squeeze so hard that you're leaving big finger marks, okay? Here's my mug, so I want to make sure that it's going to be long enough. Looks like it, so I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to need this water bucket. You're going to need a needle tool and the little rake cheater tool, okay? Also some slip. So first we're just gonna roll out the coil. So I wanna make it nice and even, looking for imperfections here. Smoothing those out now because they tend to not go away. They get worse. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, I see it getting longer, more like a big tent spike. Okay, once I've established this kind of spike-like shape, now I'll start rolling it on the table, okay? It's so much easier to start this way with the shape kind of already established. So I'm gonna put it on the table. I'm going to roll in the middle and gradually bring my fingers out toward the point from the ends, okay? So here, gradually. Notice my fingers going like that. The reason I'm doing that, I'm stretching the clay. So, stretching. And look for, the fatter areas. You don't want to just work in one area. You want to gradually bring your hands down to the end. Looking for imperfections. I got one right there. I'm going to get rid of it now. Now, as you roll, also, realize that when you roll like this, you're only rolling or hitting on 3/4 of the coil. So you have to occasionally put it to another side, okay, the opposite side. Otherwise, you won't be rolling on all of it. See how I'll just kind of push it away from me and allow it to go to that other area. Now I'm not going to use all of this. Obviously, that's a big piece of clay. But it sure gives me a lot of options here on the area I want to use. You don't want finger marks. If you start seeing finger marks, roll your clay right on that, okay? So you don't want to push down so hard that you create dents in the coil. So you can see right there, I've got some dents, so I'm going to roll right on those dents, being careful not to create more. And you just keep rolling until it becomes super pointy on the end. Look for imperfections, smooth those out, because the pulling doesn't really get rid of those, just accentuates it. So I'm not going to use this part. I'm just going to, that will be kind of my, the area I'll hold on to as I pull. So I'm looking for it being really gradually tapering. See that? Okay. So it's a nice way to start. Up here, I won't be using that part. Okay. So once you've got this pencil point here, okay, as pointy as you can get it here, you're going to take the coil. Let me get rid of that. A little bit more. Okay. Now take the coil and you're going to slap it on the table, okay? You're going to put a flat side. You're going to put a flat side on both sides of the coil. And I'll show you why in a second here. So I'm going to take the coil and slap.